Good morning, Misfits! What's going on? Kit Kat Mar, Miss Mocha Powered, Funmon, Bad Moon, Machine, Nordmeyer. How's everybody doing today? It is TDS Tuesday on the Daily Breakdown. How's everybody doing? How do we like Hot Mic in the background? Hot Mic? I don't know. Do we already have technical difficulties? It does sound a little loud. We always have technical difficulties. Double check here. Give me a sec now. Great. The unofficial name of the Daily Breakdown never disappoints. We are always having technical difficulties. All right, let me mute my mic and I'm going to listen. It sounds fine. It sounds a little loud. Let me turn it down. Here, we'll just turn it down. We'll just take it down a notch. We'll take it down just a little notchy. Oh, you know what? I did. I turned up my mic, intro and mic at the same time. Oh, it was the intro. Hold on. Yeah, so. Hold on. So the goat intro is supposed to be. The goat intro is supposed to come on. Great. Now I'll have to. Oh, it was a sip to start. Okay. So this is the new. Okay, now that's coming in through my ears. I like that new intro, but it's I am troubleshooting some things. All right, I told you yesterday, after all of the time that I spent over this weekend and last weekend trying to figure out technical difficulties, there was only one thing I couldn't quite get right, and it's isolating the microphone from media clips. Everything else works perfect, but when I add a media clip, for some reason I can't hear it unless it comes through my microphone, so I have to mute the output. It's a long story. I'm so tired of technology. I just want everything to be simple. I want to blow into a cartridge and play Nintendo. I want my car to just be a carbureted machine without a computer, but I'm not going to get it, all right? We are living in the time of technology. So at 41 years young, I'm going to have to learn all this crap, and I will. But give me a minute. Just bear with me, people. I'm old. Okay. Do we like the new intro though? Like, okay. So I was like, I got that on the button. So now I have that on the button. I got the beep button fixed, the naughty button. I haven't put in any new effects yet, but I know how to do it. So we have the applause. Maybe I turn that up a little. There we go. We got the applause. We got the alarm. Okay. I'm just playing with things now. So that's the soundboard. I figured out how to use it. I just haven't really. It took me so long to get to this point that I really don't have time. I've been messing around with the format. Like you can see at the top of the screen. Tell me if you guys think that's easier to read now, because I changed the font. It's more bold. So at the top of the screen, you're going to see all of my affiliates, okay? And actually, I do want to talk about one. Did I put it on there? Yes, Midterm Cheat Sheet. I did add it. I added midtermcheatsheet.com. That's something I've been working on. I don't know if you guys I've talked about it before. I haven't talked about it enough because I haven't had time to update it. But the midtermcheatsheet.com, let's actually go and check that out right now, because it's important. It's something that I'm trying to do. I really wish I had time for this. Like, I really do, because this is my passion, doing the online stuff, the political commentary, etc. But I really do have to do my other job, guys. I wish I didn't. But I bought this website and I put this website up here. Okay, so your essential guide to the 2026 midterms. Okay, what we're going to be looking at is targeted races only. All right, we're identifying the most winnable and crucial races. The primary challenges. This was definitely something I wanted to do. I kind of did, but I did not have time because in the primaries I would have had to be updating it every week, and as I just explained, I just don't have the time. But we are going to be concentrating on seats that we can flip, and this is the deal. It's a cheat sheet. It's going to be a literal cheat sheet. It's not going to be some in-depth, extensive, here's all of the things about all of the candidates. No, it's going to essentially look like this, okay? This is what we did for the primary, right? This is what I was able to do. Ed Galrain versus Thomas Massey. We're picking Ed Galrain, okay? Thomas Massey, no, we did not pick him. And we won on that one. Mike Collins, Jon Ossoff. This was not necessarily a primary, but it ended up Mike Collins ended up being the primary winner. So now this is going to be our pick for Georgia Senate. These are crucial key races. Ken Paxton versus John Cornyn. Now it's going to be Ken Paxton versus James Talrico. You see what I mean? And we're going to make it a little easier to navigate on here. I'm not sure I like this whole big blot in your face. Well, I'm going to play with that, but I have to spend a whole weekend working on that. I think we're going to be looking for about maybe between 18 to 25 races for the midterms. On top of that, I've been waiting to bring this up, okay? But there is a website called Sway, and the if you look here, okay, we have the map of the U.S., okay, and I'd like you guys to join this if you wouldn't mind. I was talking crap about this website, right? Here, let me take out my teeth. I was talking crap about this website because I saw MTG posting about it, and I was like, okay, so, and I fell into the judgmental, just very little information, talk crap about something before I actually looked it up. Sway is a website where we can build a group. I can build a coalition of all of my supporters. And when you join the group, I'm going to be able to see where you are. I'm going to be able to take the midterm cheat sheet and use it in conjunction with Sway. And I'm going to be able to sort of message you and send out information that you can use so that we can win the midterms. Ground game, okay? We have 5 months. I'm going to be wrapping up my job Friday, finally. And I haven't scheduled my other job for this month. I literally am going to be taking like a week or two off because I need it. I need it for mental health and physical recovery. But I also really want to work on all of this. I want to get these last final little podcast things done. I want to build this website properly. And this is going to be between midterm cheat sheet and Sway. This is going to be how we win the midterms, right? Just my little part that I can add in. It's very similar to the way Early Vote Action and TPUSA does things. So if you look here at the right below me, right here, beacons.ai/The Misfit Patriot, okay, you're going to go to this right here. It's on my Instagram. It's on my X. It's right here. You have to type it in. If you go here, you're going to see Misfits Midterm Cheat Sheet. It'll take you to that same page. Or you can go to sway.co/misfits, and you can join this group. I'm going to see, I have the races that I have picked out. We have races that we are going to Oh, these are recommendations. Okay, so these are recommendations. But you can, where is it? Where is it? Here we go. Hated by all the right people. Either way, here, copy. You can copy this. You can send it. Between these two websites, one group, one website, I want to build a coalition of my followers so that we can start getting out the vote. This is not just going to be for the midterms. We're going to also do this for the upcoming elections after that. This is just the first. This is how we start building. This is how we win elections. All I see on the internet is people bitching, and more bitching. It's just nonstop bitching. Very little ground game. Very little get out the vote. Very little. I mean, Sean does it. This is my way of jumping in. But I see people like, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And if you don't hate the Jews, I'm gonna walk away. Speaking of, let's get to the thumbnail for today. Eli crushed this one. Crushed this one. The walk away of shame. All right, the walk away of shame. Tucker Carlson and MTG have officially left the Republican Party. Me and Trump standing on the porch drinking our coffee while they take the walk of shame. All right. So, we're going to get to that. But here's a little preview. Okay, Tucker says I'm done with the GOP. Where's MTG? MTG. Tucker's not the only one who's done. Yeah, we get it. You guys are supporting Al Qaeda pretty much at this point. But we'll get to that. We also have the Daily Breakdown. The Daily Breakdown on top of TDS Tuesday. Why does that sound so loud? Hold on. You know what? I think I know exactly what it is. I think I turned this up way too much. Here. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, but we're going to have to kick the volume up here. Okay, I think I fixed it. Guys. How are we sounding now? Does that sound better? It sounded really cracky in my head. It sounded crackly in my head. I think it sounds way better now. I was messing with settings. I'm playing with this thing too much. Don't play with it too much. You'll go blind. Anyway, but we also have the Daily Breakdown on top of TDS Tuesday, where we go on the internet. I type in the word news. We break down whatever pops up. These are the stories for today. Put all of the links in the permanent comments, please. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to internet. You guys, are you not understanding? Did I not make it clear that I don't know how to do this? I'm not good at the internet. Zach, you need a Chewbacca clip for the board. Not a Chewbacca. What? How would that even sound? I don't know how that would sound. Maybe just with like a bar mitzvah music behind it. Chewbacca, that's a good one. I'll figure that out. We'll get that. We'll write that down. We'll figure that out. Okay. Anyway, I don't know why I feel really slow today. Yesterday I felt great. Today I actually didn't feel great today, but I made it through. Today I feel like it's Monday. For my sites. I just told you, there's a thing right under me. Can we not type in, hold on. I'm going to count it. I'm going to count how many letters there are in this link right here. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It's 25 letters. Type it. Type it. Type it out. Beacons.ai/the Misfit Patriot. This is not. I redid the whole show. I got everything up here, down here, all this, and now all of a sudden, I can't. I need QR codes and stuff. Just type it. I'm at work. I get it. You're at work. You're typing letters at me right now. You're typing more than 25 letters at me. right now. Type that. Type that right there. All right, signed up and shared for Sway. Good. Thank you guys. Thank you in the chat. Look at this. I got the people helping me out. Typing. I'm talking. I'm talking. By the way, I'm just messing with you. I hope you don't take this offensively. I'm just messing with you. but also type it. But yeah, guys, definitely check out Sway. I like I said, I publicly hold on. I publicly on them in a post, and they reached out, and the people over at Sway reached out, and they were like, they go, yeah, we saw your post. Um, they go, we saw your post, and we wanted to convince you that it's actually not like what you think it is. So I did that. They do not store your data, so you don't have to worry about that. They are American owned. They personally reached out to me and wanted me to join. So if it was some crazy, Antifa site or something like that, then I highly doubt they would do that. They want to come off nonpartisan. Yeah, the owners are connected to some Democrats. Whatever. One of the owners is an Iranian American. So is Patrick Bet David. Guys, get out of the conspiracy mindset. It's rotting our brains. It really is. It's rotting our brains. Everybody's paranoid about everything. Stop it. Okay? Nobody cares about your data. Nobody cares about your data. Okay? Jesus, who are you? What are you? Are you a spy? Are you 007? All right, if you really are if if your data is important enough where you think that you are like really if you think that you're just somebody that the government can't have my data, right? Like then fine, don't join. Okay? I didn't realize that I was talking to a spy. I didn't realize that I had all you guys need to stop. Like, dude, do you have any idea what's on my phone? It's like if the government has that and like sorry. All right. I'm sorry. I'm going a little all over the place today. Oh man. I need Adderall. I'm just kidding. I get prescribed it. I don't need it. All right. I do have really bad real ADD. Midtermcheatsheet.com, sway.co/misfits. I don't know why I didn't put that up there. Sway.co/misfits. But everything up here is also all in one location. It's all in one location. It's right here. Beacons.ai/the Misfit Patriot. All right, enough of that. 20 minutes? Holy crap. I didn't realize I just went 20 minutes on a freaking brain fart. All right, let's get to it. I guess we should probably do the show. What do you think? You think we should do the show? I think we should do the show. 20 minutes in, might as well do the show. Okay. Here's the news of the day, the news du jour. Democrats Jeffries and Mamdani wings face off in New York from Axios. The wings of the Socialist Party and the Communist Party, because those are the two wings now of the Democrat Party, face off because it's from Axios and they're being gay. They're not going to let us read it. So I'm just going to give my 2 cents on this. The Democrats are done. Okay? The Democrats are done. And I mean the Democrat Party. It died a long time ago. They just didn't realize it. Okay? It is now a socialist party. It is now their party is. What do we say all the time, guys? What do we say? Hey, let's play a game in the chat. What is the Democrats' policy? What is the policy of the Democrat Party? You guys want to play this game? Let's do it. Guys, what is the policy of the Democrat Party in 2026? I know you know the answer. I know you know the answer. Here we go. Come on. I know there's like a 5-10 second delay. Ah, there it is. Great guy Gary. Anti-Trump. That is the party. The whole party. Orange man bad, Trump bad, pro algae, right? What is it? That's not a party. That's a crazy cult, right? Hate Trump, get Trump. Exactly. Anti-Trump, Orange man bad, Trump bad. Correct. That is the Democrat Party. That is not a political party. Okay? That is a crazy cult. So, the Democrat Party died a long time ago. What is the actual Democrats, I guess you could say, policy? Like what do they want to implement, right? Open borders, higher taxes. Everything that they want to do is some form of socialist agenda, right? They want the warm embrace of collectivism, and both sides, like on both sides of the Democrat Party, quote, right, want this. So the most reasonable Democrat, actually, there's one that's kind of reasonable. He has brain damage. His name's John Fetterman. That guy's like reasonable. He's like I wouldn't even go that far. I wouldn't go 80s or 90s Democrat. He's like a 2005 Democrat, where it's like he's kind of still pretty. He's still like pro trans, and he's still very liberal. He's still kind of stupid. Bill Maher, same way. Bill Maher, he's not an 80s or 90s. He's not an 80s Democrat. He's a 2005 Democrat. Those are the most reasonable. One of them has brain damage. The actual Democrat Party, the people in power and the base and the majority of their voters, they are socialists. They are socialists and communists, and their policy is orange man bad. Their actual implementation is higher taxes, open borders, everything that's bad for you. So, the Democrat Party's done. Now all we need to do is make sure that we don't turn the Republican Party, into the National Socialist Party. And I am so glad that the trash is taking itself out, because these two, they're not in the Republican Party anymore. Good. I mean, I don't know if I'm technically in the Republican Party. I'm not independent, but I'm a registered Republican. I vote Republican. I'm just not, I'm a constitutionalist, so I don't know what to call myself. All right. Next up, U.S. issues sweeping Iran oil sanction waivers, unlocking billions in revenue for Tehran. Okay, chill the F out right now. Chill the F out right now, because I can already feel it. I can already feel it coming. Oh my God, Trump gave Iran $10 billion. Trump didn't give Iran $10 billion. Shush. Hush, woosah. Woosah, hush, hush, woosah. Okay? This is what they do. This is what the fake news, the media, the PSYOP, this is what they do. They play on your emotions. They expect you not to do research. They put a headline that is going to trigger an emotional response from you, so your reaction is, oh my God. Woosah. No, he didn't. They are going to be removing sanctions. We went over the entire 14-point MOU. This is one of the points. I believe it was from, I want to say 10 or 11. I want to say like point 10 or point 11. One of them is the sanctions relief, right? Now, I don't necessarily like it, but I get it, right? It's also a negotiation. This is not finalized. It's going to be for 2 months, and they can take this away at any time. All right? You can put on sanctions. You can take off sanctions. You can put on sanctions. You can take off sanctions. They're framing this as if there is going to be a pallet of cash on a tarmac like Obama. That's not what's happening. Okay? They can freeze, unfreeze, they can take, untake. I get it, money's fungible. I don't like it. However, this is not the end of the world. It's part of the negotiations. They're giving a little, and they're getting a lot. We're getting the better part of this deal. If you want, go look at my episode where we went over the entire 14-point plan. But chill the F out. You have to stop allowing stuff like this to cause an emotional response, because you need to look at everything logically. Let the left do emotional responses. Let the left freak out. Let the left do Orange Man bad. Don't do what they do, because we can all see they are retarded. Make sense? All right, let's read it so that we can be educated and informed instead of emotional. The U.S. has issued sweeping rollback of sanctions of Iranian oil, allowing dollar-denominated trade for the first time in more than 4 decades. By the way, this was already what they wanted. Remember the left? They were like, Greta Thunberg came out and was like, I can't believe the Strait of Hormuz is closed. It's like, wait, I thought you'd be happy, right? Let them be dumb and emotional. Yes, if the Strait of Hormuz is open, that would have meant Iran was making money too. The U.S. Treasury on Monday issued a wide-ranging 60-day exemption. Important to remember, this is a 60-day exemption. This is not a permanent policy. This is part of and by the way, if you're in my chat, if you're a P1, if you're a supporter, I'm not talking like a baby to you. I'm talking like a baby to the morons who are watching. Just to be clear, I know my chat is not dumb. However, you're not the only ones here. Okay? How many people we got in here? We got 1,400 people? Yeah, we're good. All right? So there's going to be, I'm pretty sure that there's going to be at least 1 or 2 people in here who don't agree with me, who are watching this and they're going, no. And I'm like, okay, shush, 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 shush. All right, let's keep going. They're allowing Iran to produce and sell crude oil for 60 days. Petrochemical petroleum products through August 21st. Okay. Under the so-called General License X, vessels and entities previously subject to U.S. sanctions are also cleared for transactions. The waiver also theoretically reopens the door to U.S. imports of Iranian crude, a trade which has effectively collapsed since the 1990s under the weight of heavy sanctions. Okay. So the U.S., this could work out for us too. Okay. The move on Monday marks the most sweeping rollback of American oil sanctions since the '79 Islamic Revolution. It's a 60-day rollback, by the way. Just to be clear, it's 60 days. Reversing years of pressure designed to cripple Iran's economy. It's expected to deliver billions in oil revenue for the Iranian regime in 60 days? No, I don't think so. The license could unlock a floating inventory of around 67 million barrels of Iranian crude stranded in the Gulf, handing Iran a potential financial windfall of 8 to 9 billion, according to Miad Maleki, a former Treasury sanctions official who's now a senior fellow at the Foundation for the Defense of Democracies, a Washington-based think tank. Wonder if he is pro-Trump or not. Look, let me summarize this. Iran will make money. We don't like that, right? But what do you want? Do you want war? Because just say it with your chest. You can't have both. You can either negotiate with these people. You can give them something. You can, Trump has caused trillions of dollars in damage. I don't know if you know what a trillion is. It's 1,000 million. And a million is 1,000,000. Right? Wait, no. A trillion is more. A billion is 1,000. A billion is 1,000 million. A trillion is 100,000 million. No. Geez, I don't even know. It's a lot. It's a lot. You can't make $1 trillion. Elon Musk is the only person to ever make $1 trillion. Out of billions of people, one guy did it. It's a lot. It's 1,000 billion. Thank you. It's 1,000 billion, not 1,000 million. A billion is 1,000 million. You're not even. Most of you aren't even going to make a million. Not most. Some of you are not going to make $1 million. Right? Most of you are definitely not going to make $1 billion. $1 trillion is 1,000 billion, and Donald Trump caused $1,000 billion worth of damage. I hate to Rain Man that, and not even in a good way. Like that was the dumbest Rain Man ever. But if they make $8 or $9 billion, which they won't in 60 days, but if they did, if they made $8 or $9 billion, a whole country in 60 days, they're about $991 billion short of recovering from what Trump did. Okay? Just stop it. Just stop it. It's too early for math. Too early for math lessons. I agree. I need 4 to 7 coffees before I can even start doing simple math. Okay. So essentially, with this story, what I'm trying to tell people is, right? You're obviously there is an obvious, right, mass psychosis on the pro-Israel side, the pro-Iran people side, where they look at a headline like this and they go blah, right? Like I can't believe it, right? I think that I am probably one of the most anti-terrorist, anti-jihad, anti-Islam people. And if I'm not freaking out, you shouldn't be. Okay? If I thought that there was some like reconstitution of the IRGC over the next 60 days because of this one MOU, which is not even the final deal, then I would be screaming it from the rooftops. When I saw the TikTok psyop, I screamed it from the rooftops. When I saw Andrew Tate trying to infiltrate MAGA, I screamed it from the rooftops. How was I screaming those things from the rooftops? Because they were definitely not being taken seriously. People were not freaking out enough about it. But then I also see stuff like this where I'm like, you're freaking out a little bit too much. You're freaking out a little bit too much. Okay? Just woo-sa. Woo-sa. You know what? Actually, I got a good post for this, right? Because I just posted this last night. Unless you believe that Donald Trump turned into Obama overnight, then you should not be worried right now. Okay? Like on the screen here. Unless you truly believe, if you truly believe this, freak out. Okay? If you truly believe this, you should be freaking out. Okay? But if you don't truly believe this, don't freak out. If you truly believe that Trump spent 40 years saying Iran can't have a nuclear weapon, and then he bombed the out of them for 3 months, destroyed all the enrichment sites, killed every one of their leaders, killed their replacements, then killed the replacements, unless you truly believe he destroyed their Navy, Air Force, took over the Strait of Hormuz, threatened to take out Karg Island if they didn't come to the table, if you truly believe he did all that just so he could make a deal that would help them continue to do all that stuff, which forced him to turn into Don Wick, if you truly believe that, freak out. If you truly believe that, freak out. I don't. I don't think that Donald Trump turned into Obama in the past week. All right? I don't. I think he's making a deal. I think we need to let him cook. It's perfectly reasonable not to trust the Iranian regime. Nobody does. Trump doesn't. Okay? He's making a deal. Let him make the deal. If the deal gets us past the midterms, and we can lower gas in this country, okay? Look at come closer. Come a little bit closer here. Get in here. Get in right next to your microphone. Right next to your speaker. Okay? I got the microphone. You get next to your speaker. You do that right now. Have you ever considered that Trump is just trying to get us through the midterms, and then when, not if, when the Iranians break their word, he's going to finish the job? Have you considered that? Have you considered that? Have you considered that? Jeez. You guys act like you don't trust the Iranian regime, but you trust everything that comes out of Al Jazeera. It's weird. It's weird, man. You guys gotta chill. I mean, I like Mark Levin. I think that he's great, but he's Ben Shapiro. A lot of them. You guys are losing your mind over something you should not be losing your mind over. You have to think. You have to think what is the track record of Donald Trump? Use your head. Anyway, moving on. Zach, if you are Christian, you need to be sharing your faith. I do all the time. Don't tell me what to do. I mean, what do you want? What do you want from me? This is a show about politics. This is a show about daily news. If it's not a Christian show, but I do talk about my faith. I got Jesus right behind me. I got Jesus behind me. Why is that there? Oh, that's from last week. Okay, we'll get rid of that. There we go. I think that people just need to learn to relax. Learn to relax. Because I used to be like this. I used to have I still do sometimes, but I used to have the overreact to every news story, and it's not helpful. It really isn't. It doesn't help anybody. It's not helpful. No panicking. Don't be panicking. All right. Ransom note claims Nancy Guthrie died after abduction. If TMZ withheld that, that's not good. I felt bad for Nancy Guthrie. She obviously died very quickly after this whole thing. And I don't know what the heck went on with this news story. I don't know why it was pumped in the media 24/7. Like you couldn't turn on your TV without it. But I do feel bad for Nancy Guthrie. I mean, unless she's the one that was involved, which I don't think so. Right? I think that there's something really weird went on with this whole thing. But apparently, a ransom note sent days after the 84-year-old mother of Savannah Guthrie was abducted claimed she had died. Really? The note was one of two addressed to Nancy Guthrie's family and sent to the news media days after her kidnapping. The first demanded millions in Bitcoin, but the second stated that she had died. Why didn't we hear about that? The note from the possible kidnappers reportedly stated they did not mean for her to die and included an apology to the family. The Pima County Sheriff's Department declined to comment on the contents of the note, but said the investigation remains active and ongoing. What the hell? Because we were told she was like, there was so much. Look, I mean, maybe they were like, well, that's not proof just because somebody said that. But that should have been conveyed. That should have been conveyed because if they knew that, then we were essentially all people that were. I mean, if you're going to push that story 24/7, if you're going to do that, then yeah, you should include that part. Why is that off? This is bothering me. There we go. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I don't know. I think that story's been sort of beaten into the dirt, so we'll move on. But that is very interesting, at least. Door Slam McCroin joined yourbeacons.ai. No, it's not Misfit. It's one S. Misfit. It's right there. But thank you. Thank you. Join my beacons. Just join Sway. Like I said, go to beaconsai dot beacons.ai / the Misfit Patriot. Join Sway. Once I have enough people, once I have enough people in there, and the website's done, I'll be sending out messages. I'll be able to see if you're in. Look, and let's go real quick. I'm sorry, guys. This is actually one thing I wanted to add in here. All right. Here we go. So just real quick, right? Oh, look at that. Oh, dude, you guys are awesome. Looks like we just added at least 4 people. Beautiful. 9 voters. Beautiful. Guys, sway.co / misfits. This is great. This is amazing. We want to fill this map, right? You see the green here? We got 4 verified voters in Texas. We got 1 in Nebraska, California, Michigan, and New York. What we want to do is we want to fill this map, because when I get in here as the leader of this group here, right, I'm going to be able to go in and I do the research so you don't have to. I'm going to be able to say, hey, you're in California, all right? Put this on your Facebook. Spread it around to your friends, right? You're in Nebraska, right? Or you're Missouri. I thought it was Nebraska. You're in Iowa. This race is in Iowa. Get this message out. That's how this midterm cheat sheet conjunction with Sway is going to work. It's going to be a game changer. So join my Sway. It's sway.co / misfits. And midterm cheat sheet will also be the place that you can direct people to, no matter where you are. So we're covering both angles here. Anyway, yeah, beacons right here. Join that. Moving on. What is it? 8:44? Yeah, I think we're. Iran denies plans for nuclear site. A dead duck was. Oh my God. New images show what's behind the tarp. Okay, so these 3 stories, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Okay, let's get to the meat and potatoes. The walk away of shame moment. Tucker Carlson. I'm out. Good. I don't think that you guys realize that that's what we wanted, right? Marjorie Taylor Greene. Tucker is not the only one who's done supporting the Republican Party. There is a lot of us that are absolutely fed up and will not support a party that betrays its voters and country. That does not mean we are turning into Democrats either. No, it means you already have. But we are done with the America last Republican Party. Okay. I don't think you realize that's what we wanted. Here we go. So here's Tucker talking about his exit from the Republican Party.
I would not support the Republican Party. There's no chance I would support the Republican Party. I'm not going to support the Democratic Party. I don't know what I'm going to do. But at this point, how could I or any American voter support a political party that's not loyal to the United States, that puts the interests of a foreign country above those of its own citizens? It's not possible to vote for people like that, and I'm not going to. And I think I voted Republican my entire life. I worked at Fox News, CNN, right. MSNBC. I've been a consistent defender for 35 years of the Republican Party. I mean, very consistent defender. But there's no defending this because it's immoral, and it's exactly the opposite of what a political party in a democracy is charged with.
Rewind.
Of what a political party in a democracy is.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. One more time.
Of what a political party in a democracy.
We're not a democracy. Yeah, we're not a democracy. You know who talks like that? Democrats. You know who says democracy? We are democracy all the time? Democrats. Democrats say democracy because they think we're in a democracy, because they want us to be in a democracy. In a democracy, 51% of the country can tell 49% of the country what to do, right? It's popular vote. The last true democracy was 4th century Greece. It's what led to the death of the Spartans, right? It's like it's a horrible, horrible political ideology based on majority rule. We are not a democracy. We're a constitutional republic with representative government. Tucker Carlson is telling on himself. That seems like something that maybe you're like, oh, you're harping on that. People say Trump said it one time. Trump was wrong. Yeah. Anybody who says that we are a democracy does not understand what they're kind of sort of alluding to, right? We are a constitutional republic, which is why the Republican Party represents the country better than the Democratic Party, which represents democracy. Democracy is terrible, right? We have democratic processes for elections, right? For instance, we have the Electoral College, right? So we have districts, and in those districts, in the smaller districts, you have popular vote, right? Like 51% will elect your representative, but then that representative goes to Congress, and then they represent their whole party. So it's not democracy. There's a democratic process in our constitutional republic. And I don't think that's a small admission, because I hear it all the time, usually from one side. Democracy, 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 democracy. Who's a threat to our democracy? Donald Trump. Orange man bad. Donald Trump, threat to democracy. Tucker Carlson's a Democrat.
Of what a political party in a democracy is charged with doing, which is representing its own voters, its own citizens, its own nation. And they're not doing that. So, no, I'm out. And if I'm out, then I think a lot of other people are out. I would not support the Republican.
Okay, so my question is, all right, so you're leaving the Republican Party. So you're not the Republican, but you supported the Republicans, but the Republicans are immoral, okay? And that doesn't mean you're going to be a Democrat, even though you didn't say that they are immoral, because they hate Jews, so that's the moral position. My question is, like, why should any of us give a shit? Sorry. Why should any of us give a that you have now left the Republican Party? There are two parties. All right? There's two parties. So you've left one of them. You're not joining the other one. Okay. I mean, technically there's a third party, Libertarian. Libertarians are pretty much Democrats. I mean, who's the Libertarian candidate in the last election? He was some pro drag queen story hour LGBT weirdo, right? You're a Christian, so I assume you're not joining the party who represents that morality. But why the hell should anybody care that Tucker Carlson is removing the R from in front of his name? I don't care. You have no power. You're not in Congress. Right? It's one thing when a representative changes parties. That's something that matters because it means votes in Congress. It means there's actual consequences. Tucker Carlson leaving the, quote, Republican Party means absolutely all. It doesn't mean There's no consequences to Tucker Carlson leaving the Republican Party. Period. It doesn't matter. This is literally me. This is Tucker Carlson going, I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. Okay. Who cares? MTG, same thing. You're not in Congress anymore. Who cares? No, please stay. Stay and help us win. What do you mean? Who cares? Crazy Moan McGroin just brought up a great point, because this is the way I feel, right? I don't support the RNC. I don't support necessarily the Republican Party. I support my choice of candidates who so happen to be Republicans, right? Like, I look at, if there were, it's not going to happen, but if there were a Democrat who was more aligned with the Constitution, right, and Western values and traditional values, If there were a Democrat, for instance, RFK Jr. probably, right? I don't support everything about RFK Jr., but let's say it was a choice between, let's say he was still a Democrat. If he was still a Democrat and he was running against, let's say, Thomas Massey, right? I'd vote for RFK over Thomas Massey. Okay? So like there's no cult thing that keeps me voting Republican. It's the candidates who are Republican represent me more. Tucker Carlson is saying that the whole party, so I guess every Republican now, they represent something immoral, so he's not going to vote for them. Okay, who are your other options? Okay, because it is a two-party system. One side's going to win. So you're saying that you're leaving the party that is immoral. The other party, which you're also saying you're not joining, so essentially you're just done. You're just leaving politics. You must be just leaving politics, I assume. That side with the, cut your kids' junk off, drag queen story hour, open borders, warm embrace of collectivism, pro-jihad, anti-Jew, etc. The Democrat Party, you're not joining that one either. So who cares? What are you talking about? Where are you going? Move. This is not an airport. You don't need to announce this. I mean, the Republican Party is immoral. Why? Because they support genocide. You sound like a leftist. Bye, Tucker. Bye. Thank you, by the way. Honestly, I mean that. Thank you. Thank you. Because here's one thing you were doing by being a Republican. You, MTG, Nick Fuentes, all of you people, when you leave, we throw a party, right? Because what you were doing is, even though you didn't represent the right, you were convincing people that you were in our tent. You left the tent. Now we can say, you're not in the tent. We're now going to be able to use that clip. And guys, I mean it. Save that, right? You were going there. That clip. Anytime anybody says Tucker, be like, he's a Democrat now. What do you mean? He left the Republican Party. No, he said he wasn't going to be a Democrat. He kind of acts like one. So when Tucker Carlson does crap like this, right, we can now go, oh, he's not with us. Even he said it. He's not with us. So Tucker Carlson has on theologian J.D. Hall on the corrupting lie of Christian Zionism. The lie of Christian Zionism. It's a lie, right? Even though I'm a Christian Zionist, apparently I'm living a lie. What is Christian Zionism? What is dispensationalism? What is Jesus Christ's role in dispensationalism? Who killed Jesus? I wonder what they're going to say. At 2626, I bet you it's the Jews. The Schofield Bible. Oh no, the King James Version Bible with notes in it. How Zionism took hold of the West. Tucker, this is every single Tucker Carlson episode. You can literally just change the title. But Tucker Carlson has on theologian J.D. Hall. Who is theologian J.D. Hall? And by the way, I did not know yesterday who theologian J.D. Hall was. I put it into Perplexity, and you'll never guess what popped up. Hall, who was removed as lead pastor of the Fellowship Baptist Church in Sydney, Montana, due to allegations of prescription drug abuse, domestic violence, and embezzling money from his church, entered a no-contest plea to the charges and was ordered to pay restitution in 2024 as part of the deferred sentencing agreement. In June of 2022, Fellowship Baptist Church alleged that Hall had been abusing Xanax and developed a dependency of the drug beyond his prescribed dosage. An elder at the church also told CP in an interview at the time that Hall's wife, Mandy, had reported that he physically abused her and their son, so she kicked him out of their home. He was also accused by the church of theft exceeding over $10,000 of embezzlement, according to the police report. So, Tucker Carlson, what was it, 2626? That's what it was, right? 2626?
He was out of his way.
Who killed Jesus?
to minister to the Samaritan woman, et cetera, et cetera. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's always picking people from outside the tribe.
Right. It's interesting that people ask the question sometimes, like, who killed Jesus? And it's a big debate online. Every couple
not.
weeks, a new
not.
fight breaks out on X, where dispensationalists and covenant theologians are fighting about who killed Jesus. And of course, there's an obvious answer, right? Like the Jews killed Jesus. We know that because at least 8 times in Scripture.
I called it. Obviously, the Jews killed Jesus, right? The Romans had nothing to do with it.
I mean, the Scripture explicitly says that. The first sermon.
No, it doesn't. Go beat your wife. Bye. Go take a Xanax. Go beat your wife. We're done with you. So, guys, this is why this is important, okay? This guy, who is a massive piece of shit, right? Massive piece of shit. He is the moral authority on who killed Jesus Christ. It was the Jews, right? But because Tucker has now left the Republican Party, you can now go, look at those 2 Democrats fucking talking about that. Yeah. Bro, I did not watch that clip before we started this show. I knew that was going to be the answer. The Jews, it's obviously the Jews. We've covered this. I've explained it to you. The Romans killed Jesus. Some Jews helped him. Jesus laid down his life willingly, but somebody did kill him. Somebody technically, physically did kill him. But it's complicated. It's like, can you be killed if you're God and like you know what's going to happen? I'm saying not really, but also there is a physical act. The spear that went into his side, held by a Roman. The people who nailed him to the cross, Romans. The people who arrested him, Romans. So if the question is, who physically took Jesus' mortal life, making him the immortal God? Romans. Jews betrayed? Some Jews betrayed him. Most Jews loved him. Okay, we got a few small stories here. I think we're not going to have time because it's 8:59, but they're not that important. Iranian oil unfrozen. I was supposed to tie this into the story earlier, but you get the point. All right. Wow, that hour flew by. It is 8:59. You know what that means. Sean Farish is coming up next. See you all on Woke Wednesday. Woke Wednesday tomorrow is going to be an amazing episode, guys. We have James Lindsay for a 55-minute interview. I'll do a quick intro. It's pre-recorded, but it's well worth it. We cover everything. It's such a good one. You are not going to want to miss Woke Wednesday tomorrow. Quick shout out, Bumba, Miss Mocha Power, T. Hodges, Dave Ferrer, Redneck 1776, Lungta. There it is, 9 a.m. Central. Sean Farish, Ungoverned, up next. Enjoy. I will see you tomorrow.